Well, you'll remember yesterday when I spoke to you last here on Newzroom Afrika, we realized that 6 people had been arrested by the Hawks and the National Prosecuting Authority in connection with the Free State Housing Department's Asbestos project. Now we understand the 7th person wanted by the Hawks and the NPA in connection with that has now been arrested or at least made contact. The spokesperson for the National Prosecuting Authority is Sipho Ngwema. Sipho, good afternoon to you. What can you tell us about this last 7th person?
Good afternoon, Stephen. Thanks for having us on your show again. Yes, indeed. We expect 7 suspects to appear tomorrow at the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court. This is in connection with the asbestos matter, which was initially investigated by SIU and then who passed it on to the Hawks and the NPA. You would, as you said, know that there were 6 people by last night who had been rounded up by the investigating team. So the 7th suspect handed himself over around noon today, so as expected. So we're expecting 7 people to be charged tomorrow with regards to the charges emanating from that case.
What can you tell us about this 7th person? Who is it?
The 7th person is one of the people that, as I said, who they were looking for. He's a former DG at the National Human Settlement Department, and he's now, I think, in the private sector. But all details with regards to his name and the rest will be made known tomorrow in court.
Okay, and how did this happen? Because yesterday the Hawks were unable to trace this person. How were you now able to trace this person overnight?
Of course, you know that law enforcement agencies have got a way of making contact with the people that they want and a way of securing them, and they use their techniques to make sure that they get hold of that person. And that's why now there's everyone that they were looking for yesterday.
Okay, so they're appearing in court tomorrow. We've already seen the court appearance of Vincent Smith today, the former ANC MP. Angela Agreasy not able to appear for medical reasons. Sipho, are you expecting any other arrests in connection perhaps with Bosasa over the next few days?
With regard to the next few days, I wouldn't say arrest per se, but of course there will be law enforcement actions that have to take place with regard to the asbestos matter. The investigation is still continuing, so expect anything from that process. But of course, all announcements with relevant actions will be made known at the appropriate time when those milestones are reached.
Okay, you're leaving us some clues here, Sipho, I can see. It would seem then, I mean, does the NPA have the resources, and does it believe it has a strong case in all of these arrests that have been made so far?
Look, as I said, that there's been great work that was done, started by the SIU, and the Hawks guided by the DPP's office in the Free State, and also the involvement of the Hawks members in the Free State. So tomorrow when the accused appear, they will be given their indictment, which means that the case is almost done. The state is ready to proceed with the trial, and this is what we have been trying to do from a law enforcement and state point of view, to make sure there are no delays. All the cases are investigated thoroughly. So the work has been done. So the case will be presented tomorrow and people will be able to proceed and hopefully to start with the trial as soon as possible.
Sipho Ngwema, thanks very much indeed. Spokesperson for the National Prosecuting Authority. I do appreciate that update. And of course, that's one of the big stories of the week, isn't it? The fact that people have now been arrested for this type of alleged corruption. We'll keep a close eye on that story.